it might blow us all to heaven. Or it might just cool us all. I've run out of excuses, marinating in my own juices. Angeline, the dark evil horse breaks its stable gates when I expect him least. I drown him in my own tears, for I am the greater beast. So when I get around to forgiving, get in line with the Philistines, Angeline. And Madonna's on the meth pipe. Whole lot of smoking in Moline. Tell Brigida that I still love her, Angeline. I should have crashed your induction. I was nearly late for my own destruction. I couldn't wait for you forever, Angeline. Couldn't wait for you forever, Angeline. Couldn't wait for you forever, Angeline. Thanks. I sent it to Angeline. It didn't help a goddamn bit. Songs, send roses and chocolates. I'm going to try one more. I'm going to switch up on the song list. Pamela, I'm sorry. I'll do Birdhouse for you on the telephone later. But, this is the first decent song I wrote. I wrote this when I was 19, so it was, I think it was like for the Truman inaugural, the second Truman inaugural. Anyway, my name is Scott Severin. It's a pleasure to be here for this wonderful cause. Larry Dunn, a.k.a. Lash LaRue, is a real mensch putting this thing together every year. He's a real mensch. That means you got gumption. Well, I am made of stone, sealing wax and skin and bone. You are not alone. I couldn't get you on the phone. I was so independent, but I just didn't know. When are you coming downtown? When are you going there? I don't know. Now most of the people I've met, they'll take big chances every chance they get without the slightest regret. I see 'em walk in the rain, get their clothes all wet. It's sad to see them suffer, but it's fun to watch them grow. When are you coming downtown? When are you going there? I don't know. You were a pretty crutch, a piece of wood cold to the touch. Things being as such, it really didn't matter all that much. The weeks turn into hours and the days all pass too slow. When are you coming downtown? When are you going there? I don't know. So say hello to Jane. So sad to hear she went insane. Me, I feel no pain, and I'm much too tired to play these games. I stare nightly out my window, and I watch the wind that blows. And someday you come downtown, but I just don't know, and I just don't know.
Yeah, there's Scott Severin. Live from Mars House for Toy Drive for Pine Ridge. It is the Propane Drive. So you're enjoying the live stream, you're enjoying it for free, and thank you for tuning in. But we're doing this for a reason. All of these musicians are donating their time for the people of the Pine Ridge Lakota Sioux Reservation to keep them warm this winter. I'm Corey Stroud. This is Lash LaRue, the man behind the Toy Drive for Pine Ridge since what, 2004?
2003.
2003.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Where do I look? They moved the camera.
That's right there.
I don't know. I want to give a shout out to Diane, Carol, Joseph, Thomas, can't read my own handwriting, Pamela, and Jeremy for donating over during while Scott was playing. Thank you so much. We've done enough tonight to keep another family warm for a month.
Yeah.
And when it's February and it's 10 below wind chill and I get the phone calls, you know, every year there comes a point in the springtime when I get a call and they're out of propane, they need it, and I'm out of money. And that is the worst call in the world to have to take. And so you're helping me to stretch that out longer and longer before I have to say no. I really appreciate that. You do not want that call and have to say no.
And it's real easy to make that donation. Toy Drive for PineRidge.org. You see it there at the bottom of your screen. Super easy. You just click the donate button when you go to toydriveforpineridge.org. Throw in the amount that you want to contribute, and you're good to go. You know, if you got $5, burn a hole in your pocket, $10. You know, every little bit counts. So we would really appreciate that. We're getting ready for Todd Partridge coming up here in a little bit.
Yeah, we've got a couple of acts coming in from out of town, remoting in, and pretty excited about those. I want to show this real quick.
Oh, yes.
We talked about the guitar earlier.
This is an item that's available for silent auction at the Toy Drive for Pine Ridge Facebook page.
I don't have the sculpture with me. I don't drive around with it. But you can see that. Scroll down a little bit. You'll see all of that on the Facebook page. And awesome stuff. What else do we have to talk about? I want to do a quick, before I forget about it, shout out to Mars and Brent for taking care of all this. To my good friend Corey. Always here with us. He helps us big time with the radio show in the wintertime. And Bill Jones is back here stage managing and making sure that all these goofballs are in the right spot at the right time.
We also want to thank the Reader magazine the Old Market and the Omaha Entertainment and Arts Awards. I want to thank all of them as well here at Marsa. So, Toy Drive for PineRidge.org. We appreciate your, any donation that you can possibly make. That's why we're doing this today. There is a live and in-person show happening tomorrow afternoon beginning at 3 o'clock at Stocks and Bonds.
Give me a thumbs up.
Willard. Who else we got? Who am I missing?
I made him wear that shirt.
He did. It's like, dude, you can't do this unless you wear that shirt.
Little Joe McCarthy's opening
Joe
the show.
McCarthy. So that's 3 o'clock tomorrow, 84th and Park Drive, Stocks and Bonds. That's live and in person. Mask up, social distance, big place, right? So
It is a big place, so we can't fill it, but we're going to do the best that we can. Also, a big shout out to Terrio and everyone at the Omaha Blues Society for helping sponsor that show and being huge sponsors of the Toy Drive for a lot of years. I think since 2004 they've been on board. So big thanks to them, and big thanks to you. We can't do it. You know, I always say that the Toy Drive, you know, we take a truckload of toys up there, but if it weren't for everyone else, it would be me with one Barbie and one G.I. Joe, and that's it. It takes everybody. And I'd make them kiss on the way up and stuff. You don't want to see that. So, yeah. We can't do it without you. Toy Drive for PineRidge.org.
still to come, we have Carrie Ann, we have Kyle Harvey, we have Union
ready?
County Trio and Lash LaRue and the Hired Guns. But I think, are we ready for Todd Partridge?
We are. So I'm going to say that this is unique for us. This is the first. Todd is our guinea pig. We're taking. I don't know where Todd's at. Todd will tell us where he's at when he gets up. But we're taking him from another state. We're taking his feed and bringing it into ours, and it's all new for us. So it'll be interesting. I'm going to get a level. Let me get ready here.
Todd's an amazing musician, from a band called King of the Tramps. He's been a supporter, and his family's been supporters of the Toy Drive for a long time. And I see in the feed there, he's wearing his cool buffalo hat. I'm trying to think of the name of the company that makes those, but I can't think of it. But anyway, Todd's the man. We ready to roll?
Todd, we're ready, buddy.
Hey, you guys. Greetings from Duluth, Minnesota. I'm on the road. Hey, everybody. Greetings from Duluth, Minnesota. I'm Todd Partridge. I'm so glad to be part of this. It's so near and dear to my heart. It's such a great cause. I'll play you a couple songs, and I hope some of my friends and fans can donate some money to it, because this is a great thing that Lash puts on here. This one's called Junk Train. There's a junk train running just south of town, reminding me I gotta slow down. Been hauling this stuff for all these years, everything I've been through, blood, bone, and tears. Well, the men make plans while the guys all laugh, 'cause nothing ever works out like you planned. Just listen to the little birds and keep singing, and the cell phones keep on ringing. Don't answer that, no. Don't answer that. I am broken, I'm worn, I'm old, but now you're born. And I've written down my story on these pages in a tone. Just hauling around these things I ain't never gonna need. Just a junk train. I got a boxcar full of broken dreams, and my engine's always running out of steam. Trade half a ton of things I wish I hadn't done for $1 worth of decency in the Colorado sun. I would. You know I would. 'Cause I'm broken, I'm worn, I am old, but now you're born. And I've written down my stories on these pages in a tone. Just hauling around these things I ain't never gonna need. Just a junk train. Just a junk train. Feel the iron, steel of the junk train being well to rust. He's pain, so you paint her up again, and these dark clouds, they lash and they lie and they'll pull you down. I said they pull you down. Just a junk train, y'all. You know you're getting older like a train off the tracks. And the doctor says, Todd, you can't keep living like that. Is your life so precious that you can't live? Do you have so much you can't give anything away? Put everything you have in a fast train, punch the ticket and send it away like a junk train. Like a junk train, like a junk train, yeah. Like a junk train, yeah. Just a junk train, yeah. Just a junk train. Junk train running away. Just let it go, y'all. Put it on that junk train. So, thank you. I see some friends watching out there. So follow that link and donate some money, because this really is, it's one of the most direct ways to do something really good. You're helping some people that really need it, and that's important these days. This one's called Wood. If our love was this old shotgun shack on this travel road, still standing straight, tempting fate, and fighting off the cold. With 10 patches on the shiplap, made from old coffee cans, $29 in pennies in a jar on the nightstand. Well, the wood that builds the fences, builds those bridges too, but I'd rather build a ladder to get back up to you. Oh, and sometimes you fall so low, like a cold wind blowing smoke from a bridge on fire, railroad ties, oil and creosote. Well, that gale force wind that's in your face is the same one howling at your back. Side wind chooses which way you go, but the weather vane stays where it's at. And I had a lover one young July in Calhoun County, we said goodbye. Nothing smells sadder than the end of summer when the hay fields catch on fire. Oh, the wood builds the fences, builds those bridges too, but I'd rather build a ladder to get back up to you. Oh, and sometimes you fall so low, like a cold wind blowing smoke from a bridge on fire, railroad ties, oil and creosote. Yeah. Lately I am loath to say that all we need is love. Love is just a tin cup hanging from the dry pump while the tears fall from the sky. Yes, I'd rather be a carpenter than the man out killing the trees. Hey! Think about that for a minute. Well, I said a lot of things I will always regret. I did a lot of stuff I'd like to forget. I would never change a life rearranged since the day we met. And my God, ain't that sunset beautiful? Where the water meets the riverbank crown. Sounds like a symphony of chainsaws coming and bridges falling down. Sounds like a symphony of chainsaws coming and bridges falling down. And so I'm going to do one more, but what a great bunch of people playing. We got Danny and Scott played, and now we got, after me, Carrie playing, and some awesome musicians and great all-around people. And Lash, man, can't say enough about what you do here. I first met when I first got involved with the toy drive in Des Moines, Iowa at the Gas Lamp about 8 years ago, and then have been involved ever since. And it's, like I said, near and dear to my heart. And I hope anybody that listens to me that's out there will donate some money, please. It's great. This one's called Worry, you guys. Because there's a lot of worry out there right now, right? And a lot of times when I play this, I say, don't worry, it's going to be all right. But lately I've been tagging it with, don't worry, it's going to be all right if you do something. And I think right now that's what we need, is people that are doing things. So. Worry, worry about a window, what you worried for? Do what your mama told you, don't you worry no more. Cause his big hands keep you safe while the storm rages outside. Worry, worry in the garden, ladybugs fly away. You worry about the sun while the flowers dance in the rain. Big day while the storm rages outside. Don't you worry, don't you worry, don't you worry, don't you worry. Don't you worry, don't you worry, don't you worry no more. Don't you worry, don't you worry, don't you worry. Cause these big hands, they gonna keep you safe. Yeah, don't worry. Don't you worry, don't you worry, don't you worry, don't you worry. Don't you worry, don't you worry, don't you worry no more. Don't you worry, don't you worry, don't you worry, don't you worry. Yeah. Well, they're gonna keep you safe. Worry, worry while you're singing. Love will get you high. But you can't get to heaven. Flowers falling from the sky. They on big hands keep you safe. While the storm it rages outside. Keep you safe. While the storm rages outside. Thank you guys. Get out there and do something, right?
Nicely done, Todd.
Thank you guys. Good putting in on. Thanks you guys so much.
Ooh, thank you so much.
We up here?
We are up high.
Alright.
I guess that worked. First ever remote attempt.
Yeah.
It's more deodorant.
That's Todd Partridge.
Oh,
We're noting in. We are live from ours house, the Toy Drive for Pine Ridge and the Propane Fund. This is our first of 2 shows this weekend. My name is Corey Stroud. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the man behind it all, Lash LaRue.
Want to do a shout out to Eric. Thank you so much, Eric, and John Henry. Thank you, John.
Yeah!
I used to play in a band with John Henry years ago, and then he got a real job, so now he can donate. Good to see you. Good to see you through there, buddy. Where are we at? What are we doing?
Well, toydriveforpineridge.org, you see that at the bottom of your screen right now. That's the reason we're out here is because not only do we do the Toy Drive for Pine Ridge in the wintertime to get toys for the children of the Pine Ridge Lakota Sioux Reservation, another issue that they face up there is staying warm in the winter. And they use propane to heat the homes that they live in. And it takes money to get propane, and so for the past several years, you started the toy drive in 2003. When did you start focusing on trying to raise money for propane?
I don't really remember, to be honest with you. I think it was like 2007 maybe that we started doing fairly well and had a little bit of money, and I was, I go up there quite a bit, and I would hear pretty regularly in the springtime, so-and-so froze to death. Somebody's grandma froze to death over the winter. And so basically that's why we started this. I go up and visit in the wintertime as well. There was one visit I made, stopped in to see some folks, walked in, there's frost on the inside of the walls. We don't have to live that way. They shouldn't either. There was one family that I visited early in the winter. Everything's normal, got a couch, got some chairs. When I went back in the spring, there's no couch, there's no chairs, there's no bookcase. Everything got burned to stay warm.
Stay warm.
That just shouldn't have to happen. And we can do something about that. We can help out a little bit, and you can help out.
Yeah, at toydriveforpineridge.org. Look, even if it's just $10, I mean, if a lot of people donated $10, we could help. We could help keep one family warm for a month. How much does it take to keep one family warm for a month?
It's approximately $300
Okay.
for a load of propane. Keeps depending on the weather and a lot of variables, but it's basically about $300 for a month. So if 30 people watching tonight donated $10, we would keep a family warm for a month in the winter.
It's real easy to donate. toydriveforpineridge.org. Just click that donate button, type in the amount that you want to contribute. We have a lot of musicians here tonight, and a lot of people behind the scenes that have come together to donate their time during a pandemic, nonetheless, and try and help this cause. And you get a live show out of it. And thank you so much for tuning in. But if you can make that contribution, even if it's $5, $10, whatever you can do at toydriveforpineridge.org, it would sure help. That's why we're here today. So
Definitely. And if you want live, tomorrow we're going to be down at Stocks and Bonds, show sponsored with the Blues Society of Omaha. Little Joe McCarthy, the Willards, and the Mercuries, 3 to 7 down there, $10 to get in. We're going to be wearing masks and social distancing and keeping it as safe as we possibly can. So if you're in the area here and you feel like it, stop on out. And I think
Carrie Ann's got to be ready.
Yeah, I think Carrie Ann's probably ready. The guitar that we showed you earlier that was painted so beautifully, that was done by Carrie Ann. And
it's hanging in the wall behind her.
oh, it's hanging on the wall behind her. All right,
So
look at that.
you'll see it in the stream. You can bid on that in the silent auction on the Toy Drive for Pine Ridge Facebook page. Just go check it out on there. Go to the comments to make your bid. The silent auction's up through tomorrow evening. So here she is, Carrie Ann, live from Mars House for the Toy Drive for Pine Ridge Propane Benefit.
the blackberry blossom, oh, the last time I saw him was down in the bramble where I rambled in the spring. The bramble was wild, I was torn by the briar, my love he wooed me. As I lie there with the flower in my hair, my cheeks all flushed, she was a blackberry blossom on the blackberry bush. When I picked the berry out and didn't miss the blossom, the blackberry blossom, white as the snow. But the berry that it brings is sweeter than molasses and black as the wing of an Arkansas crow. The Arkansas crow was a devil and a demon known for his cackling and his screaming, driving away the swallow and the thrush from the blackberry blossom on the blackberry bush. I was picking berries when that crow flew above me, carrying my lover so far away. And now each spring I lay a blackberry blossom on a cold gravestone on the Arkansas clay. The Arkansas clay is rocky and hard with leaves growing over. Oh, graveyard where the day settles down to an evening hush over the blackberry blossom on the blackberry bush. Over the blackberry blossom on the blackberry bush. Thank you. That's as far as I thought. Well, if you only knew what you do to me each time you go. Well, you never go. You never stray, oh, you never go away. So hold me tight all through the cold night, oh, darling. You'd say you'd stay. You knew what you do each time you go away. So hold me tight all through the cold night, oh, darling. You'd say you'd stay.
So I changed my strings for the first time in 5 years. I'm not kidding. That was so bad. I don't know. Anyway, so I got to tune it. Don't ever do that. Okay. Mars, could I have a little less guitar in my... It's just... I'm going to play a little hard on this one. I want you to love me, want you to care, want you to think of me, miss me when I'm not there. Want you to want me in the deepest ways. Like you hold me, baby, and make this world go away. It's not you, it's this feeling of home. It's not you, it's not being alone. It's that heartbreaking realization. It's just my imagination one more time. Tell me your secrets. Don't tell me no lies. Won't matter anyway. I see the truth in your eyes. Thoughts float around you. I can see them clear as day. Eyes have been open, baby. It's nothing more you can say. It's not you, it's a feeling of home. It's not you, it's not being alone. It's this heartbreaking realization. It's just my imagination one more time. Thank you. Thanks. So, I did want to thank Larry Holloway for donating the guitar and letting me paint it. During the quarantine, the thick of the lockdown, I kind of got back into painting. I'd given it up or laid it down for a little while, and he reached out to me and said, hey, I have this guitar that Larry has, and you can just have it. So, to paint. And so that's the resulting guitar, and we agreed it would be a good thing to do to raise some funds. And I like that now we know it's about $300 for a family for a month. So right now I think the bidding is at 300, so that feels like a good goal. 600 would be great if you wanted to do that. So, but if you go to the actual page for the Facebook page for the toy drive, there's a post there and you can bid on the guitar there. There's also an amazing sculpture. So you can donate, of course, but then you can also bid on the guitar as well. So I'm going to do one more quick one and be done. So I play with a group called the Pink Flamingos from time to time. And actually most of the songs that I've written recently have been for them or with them. I think it's a little easier to write for the Pink Flamingos because it's almost in a character. It's they have such a set aesthetic and a set sound that I can just kind of craft a thing that doesn't have to necessarily be about me or some deep thing. It's just a song that fits the vibe. So this is a recent one I wrote. It's called Two. Two sides to every story, but I don't remember what you told me. I stopped listening long ago. Two wrongs don't make it right, but I don't wanna fight, no. Just wanna be alone. I don't know what you want. You can't be who I need you to be. Two birds afraid of stones. Well, I've seen what's been thrown, so I don't blame them at all. Two peas in a pod, but don't you find it kind of odd that those peas feel all alone? I don't know what you want. I can't be who you need me to be. It takes two to tango, been trying to figure out your angle, and I don't even like to dance. Two heads are better than one, but not if love is dead and done, and I just wanna be alone. Well, I don't know what you want. I can't be who you need. I guess you grab your heart, I'll grab mine, and we'll just leave. Thank you. Thanks.
That was Carrie Ann. We're live from Mars House for the toy drive for Pine Ridge Propane Fund, the propane drive right here. So Carrie Ann performing live, and we've still got a lot of great performers lined up, and we appreciate you tuning in to this free live stream, but we are doing it for a reason, to benefit the families of the Pine Ridge Reservation and to help keep them warm this winter.
Yes, we are. And in that vein, I want to thank Lara, Brian, Susan, and Eric for going to the website and donating. It's people like you why we can help people who need some help, and that's why we're here tonight. And we're asking you to, if you're enjoying the show, donate a little bit, whatever you can. If you're not enjoying a performer, donate more, and I'll kick them off. I'll get rid of them. Just kidding.
It's easy to donate too. You just go to toydriveforpineridge.org. Toydriveforpineridge.org. Click the donate button. That's how you do it. $10. If you can do that, and if that's all you can do, that's fine. That's great. It's going to help towards keeping a family warm this winter on the Pine Ridge Lakota Sioux Reservation. I know it's, here we are in the heat of the summer, probably the hottest day we've had so far, and we're talking about cold winters, but it gets brutally cold here, and it gets even colder on the Pine Ridge Reservation, and a lot of wind up there as well. And we've talked about this in previous fundraisers for Pine Ridge, but for those who have never been to the reservation, Lash, what kind of homes are these families living in?
Typically used FEMA trailers, like a mobile home sort of thing. And if you've ever lived in a mobile home, they're not really well insulated, and that South Dakota prairie wind just goes right through it. Pretty tough to keep them warm. So what we're doing here tonight makes a big difference. I was just thinking earlier about I got a call one time, grandma raising her grandkids. It's kind of it happens a fair amount. She had to walk 2 miles in a snowstorm, blowing snowstorm, to get to a phone to call me and tell me she needed some help keeping the grandkids warm. I've never had to do that, have you?
No, I mean, you hear, your parents or your grandparents tell you that fake story about, oh, when I was your age, but this is real.
This is real, and it's
real.
2020 in America, and it just, a lot of people ask me, well, how do you change it? What's the solutions? I don't have any big solutions. I'm not that guy. I'm not that smart. But from what we do here, we can help out, and we can be an emergency resource for people so they don't freeze to death.
But Lash can't do it alone, so we would love your support at toydriveforpineridge.org, even if it's just $10, if you can go 20, 30, whatever the case may be, every dollar counts. We're getting Kyle Harvey lined up to play next, man. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time, and when I was looking at doing this, Kyle popped on right away and said, "Hey, I would love to do it," and I'm a little upset tonight because when we bring him in remote, Kyle's out in Grand Junction. He used to be from here in Omaha, and just one of my favorite songwriters, one of my favorite people, an amazing poet. So when he said, I want to do it, I was all over. I was so happy. And then we find out that we can't hear the remote ones in here. So I got my favorite guy playing, and I don't get to hear him.
Well,
but
you can go on your phone and watch the live stream.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to have to do while he's playing, just like we did when Todd was playing. So.
Yeah,
So-
you can fight me for my headphones.
there you go. So trust me, you're in for a real treat with Kyle. Kyle is as real as it gets. Just amazing stuff, and could not be happier that he's willing to help us out here and play some music for you. You're gonna love it.
Well,
Trust me.
let's turn it over to him right now.
Yeah, we're ready for it.
Kyle, okay, all right. Here's Kyle Harvey.
Mark,
It's live
cut
from
the bar,
Mars
man.
House. Toy Drive for Pine Ridge Propane Benefit. It's Kyle Harvey.
All right, hey guys, this is Kyle Harvey. I'm zooming in from Fruita, Colorado, and I hope you can hear everything all right. Thanks to Lash for having me, and of course thanks to Brent and Mars for facilitating this great fundraiser here at their house, and also helping with the live technical aspects of Zoom. I'm going to play a few songs for you real quick. This one's called Riverboats. There's a hard rain a-comin', been watching that forecast for days, and make no mistake, I'll miss your lovin', but sure as hell won't miss the pain. I'm sorry dear, I gotta go, I'm tired of them riverboats. This town already knows how many drinks it takes. I'm sorry babe, can't stay, we're at my welcome yesterday. My bags are packed, I'll be on my way when the morning comes. rising, it's calling. The wind at my back, it is my home. And there ain't no sense in stalling. It's time I get back on that road. Oh, I'm sorry, dear, I gotta go. I'm tired of them riverboats. This town already knows how many drinks it takes. I'm sorry, babe, I can't stay. Wore out my welcome yesterday. My bags are packed, I'll be on my way when the morning comes. I'm sorry, dear, I gotta go. I'm tired of them riverboats. This town already knows how many drinks it takes. I'm sorry, babe, I can't stay. Wore out my welcome yesterday. My bags are packed, I'll be on my way when the morning comes. All right. Got a couple more for you. Make sure that you're, if you have the means to do so, it'd be great if you donated to the summer propane benefit for Pine Ridge. Thanks to Lash, as always, for putting on these fundraisers. Very cool, and I love Lash, so thank you, Lash. Let's see. Took the 7 bus downtown, Lower Broad, hang around. I watched the colors bleeding out. Barkeep, I'll take another round, 'cause I've been running parallel to something only fortunes tell. Hawk of feathers and wishing wells, a shooting star against a holy hell. 'Cause I've been running parallel to something only fortunes tell. A lock of hair from a southern belle, buried in a midnight spell. I paid my tab and stumbled out. I bought a 5th and drank it down. I threw that bottle on the ground. Breaking glass, it makes a pretty sound. I've been running parallel to something only fortunes tell. Hawk feathers and wishing wells, a shooting star against a holy hell. 'Cause I've been running parallel to something only fortunes tell. A lock of hair from a southern belle, buried in a midnight spell. 'Cause I've been running parallel to something only fortunes tell. Hawk feathers and wishing wells, a shooting star against a holy hell. 'Cause I've been running parallel to something only fortunes tell. A lock of hair from a southern belle, buried in a midnight spell. Buried in a midnight spell. Buried in a midnight spell. right. Cool, thank you. Got one more tune. This is a song for everybody in Omaha. This is a song that I wrote about the 49er Lounge and on 49th and Dodge. And it only took me a decade after it being torn down to finally have the right story to tell. But this is called the Book of James. The Book of James, it wrote itself with pen and ink from the bottom shelf. We spoke in tongues and so we knelt and lined one up for every hell. Drank them down, and he was lost, he ain't ever been found. He loved the bands, but he hated the crowds. He wished they'd all just shut their mouths. Catch you later, man, I'll see you around. Oh, hell, one more can't hurt, I'll stumble out. Ooh, he drank them down, and he was lost, he ain't ever been found. If the walls of this bar could talk, I'm sure they'd have a hell of a story to tell. It'd be one of love, it'd be one of loss. Ooh, the Book of James, it wrote itself. Let me tell you about Caroline. When she was young, she was mine. She looked so lovely in the neon lights, but I ain't seen her in quite some time. Walked out that door, and she don't come around here anymore. And if the walls of this bar could talk, I'm sure they'd have a hell of a story to tell. It'd be one of love, it'd be one of loss. Ooh, the Book of James, it wrote itself. Well, have you heard about Big John? He's had some run-ins with the law. He stole a painting from King Kong and got picked up with some stars in his arms. Ooh, but I've heard he's been getting well, and I guess we never can quite tell. Of this bar could talk, I'm sure they'd have a hell of a story to tell. It'd be one of love, it'd be one of loss. Ooh, the Book of James, it wrote itself. itself. Ooh, Book of James, it wrote itself. Ooh, the Book of James, it wrote itself. All right, thank you guys very much. Thank you from Fruita, Colorado. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of the show.
We're live from Mars House, and Kyle Harvey was remoting in to do this performance for Toy Drive for Pine Ridge. Propane Drive. Toy Drive for PineRidge.org to make a donation. My name is Corey Stroud, and with me is, of course, Lash LaRue, who started the Toy Drive for Pine Ridge all the way back in 2003. And, every year around Christmas time, we gather toys, but now it's all about propane and keeping the families of the Pine Ridge Lakota Sioux Reservation warm once wintertime hits. So toydriveforpineridge.org to make those donations.
And a few recent visitors to toydriveforpineridge.org. Excuse me, Rosemary, DG, and Sandra just visited and were very, very generous. So those last three there bought a little more than a whole load of propane for to keep a family warm for 1 month. So
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. And thank you to all the musicians. Thank you to all the musicians that have donated their time today to make this absolutely free live stream from Live from Mars House possible. It is a free show. We're glad you're tuned in, but we're doing it for a cause. So if you can make that donation, even if it's just $10 or whatever you can contribute, it's very easy to do. At toydriveforpineridge.org, you just click the donate button, type in the amount you want to donate, hit send, you're good to go. You're helping out some families on the Pine Ridge Lakota Sioux Reservation. But thank you so much to Devin and Lisa Fulton, Nate Emsick, Danny Burns, Scott Severin, Todd Partridge, Carrie Ann, and Kyle Harvey.
I always say I'm not, in spite of my fancy bandana, I'm not a rich man. But I am super rich when it comes to friends. We put these things on, and I make a couple phone calls, and all of my buddies show up here to help out. Corey shows up, Danny and the boys. It blows me away every time we do this.
And shout out to Pat, who was unable to attend last week.
Yeah. Pat
Thanks for Nate to step in. Nate, you're the man.
Definitely. Pat had a family member that was got the COVID, and he needed to distance himself for a while. I just heard earlier he got a negative
Yes.
on that, and he's home sipping whiskey. So hi, Pat.
Hey, Pat.
Back Airman.
We'll have Pat
Where am
here.
I? Where was I? And some of these good friends of mine are coming up right next here, the Union County Trio. I've known Dan for probably 30 years.
At least, yeah.
We were 2 when we met. Is that right? Yeah. And Rick and Troy and these guys all play a lot around where I'm from, southwest Iowa. They're kind of legends over there. And Rick, for sure, I know. Is it the whole band, or is it Rick's in the Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? So is Dan. Yes.
Troy's in Nebraska.
Troy's in the Nebraska. We've got 3 Hall of Fame members right here, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame members.
Yeah.
We're all grandpas.
Hall of Shame, baby.
That's pretty cool.
You have to be very old to be in.
And you're all grandpas.
Grandpa gone wild.
Holy cow. Grandpa's gone wild, yeah. All right, so we're going to just go ahead and turn it back over. If you're liking what these guys do, toydriveforpineridge.org, and give us a little help to help some other folks out. If you don't like what they do, turn it off and go to toydriveforpineridge.org. There's a way to donate no matter what.
Either way.
That's right. So here they go, Union County Trio.
2, 3, 4.
5 to 5, selling everything we found just to stay alive. Gold flow free like the whiskey in the bar. Sin was a good thing, Lord, and Satan was a star. And now there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Dance hall girls were the evening treat. Empty cartridges and blood lined the gutters of the street. Men were shot down for the sake of fun, just to hear the noise of them 44 guns. And now there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Now my widow, she weeps by my grave. Tears flow free for her, man, she couldn't stay. Shot down in cold blood by a gun that carried fame. All for those useless, no good, worthless claims. And now there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Waiting for me there.
Yeah.
That's my Mark Tucker. Let's take a ride back to 1972. Okay.
It don't mean I'm blind. Perhaps there's a thing or two I think of lying in bed I shouldn't have said, but there it is. You see, it's all clear. You were meant to be here. From the beginning. Maybe I might have changed and not been so cruel, not been such a fool. Whatever is done is done. I just can't recall. It doesn't matter at all. You see, it's so clear. You were meant to be here. From the beginning. beginning. See, it's so clear you were meant to be. Thank you.
We go in many different directions, as you're going to find out now.
No, this song is all about one direction.
One direction, which way?
This one goes out to all the essential truck drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on.
And hang on just a second.
Yeah, I want to check my tuning. I'm sorry. We tune because we care.
Yeah, because we just put new strings on. Carry on.
But yeah, this one goes out to all the essential workers, including the truck drivers. Do you know which direction we're going?
East, I think, right?
All right, 2, 3, 4.
I said I'm eastbound and down, I'm loaded up and trucking.
We're gonna do what they say can't be done.
We got a long way to go and a short time to get there.
I'm eastbound, just watch your bandit run. Keep your foot on the pedal, so never mind them brakes. Let it all hang out, cause we got a run to make. Them boys are thirsty in Atlanta, there's beer in Texarkana. We'll get it through no matter what it takes. I said I'm eastbound and down, I'm loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch your bandit run. Come on, bandit. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Ain't nothing but an old bandit run. Old Smokey's got his ears on. He's hard on the trail. He ain't gonna rest till you're in jail. You gotta dodge him, you gotta duck him, you gotta keep that diesel trucking. Put that hammer down and give him hell. I said I'm eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch your bandit run. Come on, Dan.
Dan's gonna put on his mandolin now.
We're gonna take a quick break here, guys, and
Okay.
talk about what we're doing here.
Union County Trio, and you're going to hear more from them in just a moment. We just wanted to break in real quick and say, first of all, thank you so much for tuning in to Live from Mars House. It's the Toy Drive for Pine Ridge Propane Drive. My name is Corey Stroud. This is Lash LaRue. And thank you for all the donations. And you can still donate. ToyDriveForPineRidge.org.
You can, and Dan was just there. It was very, very, very generous. Thank you, Dan, so much. Jill, thank you, Jill. And so far, yeah, that's been it for during Union County Trio. There's been some stories about some creepers walking around the window out behind you.
Yeah, there's some wildlife behind you.
I don't know, Bigfoot or something.
Somebody was photo bombing Union County Trio, but yeah, we are here because the winters on the Pine Ridge Lakota Sioux Reservation are very harsh, and the living conditions are as well. And we need to generate funds so last year can get propane for the families of the Pine Ridge Lakota Sioux Reservation in the harsh winter months. So that's why we're here. We're here obviously because we're having fun, and we're glad that you're able to enjoy this free live stream live from Mars House. But if you can make a donation, $10, $20, whatever you could do, it's sure going to help. That's why we've gathered here today. So ToyDriveForPineRidge.org, click donate, type in the amount you'd like to contribute, and you're good to go.
Definitely.
We appreciate all the donations.
And we've got a lot more great music from the Union County Band coming up. We got one of my bands, Lash LaRue and the Hired Guns, going to be playing here in a little while.
Yeah.
And
the guy retires and then he brings back all of his projects 4 months later.
I've been called Cher a couple times lately. I like that. So yeah, we're going to keep it rolling.
We'll call you Kiss.
What?
Do it again next year, we'll call you Kiss.
Okay. So yeah, ToyDriveForPineRidge.org, and we'll get it right back to, Corey said we're having fun. That's been the whole thing for the last 18 years. It's a bunch of people doing something they love to do and doing it to help other people. And I always say the whole thing is infused with joy from the bottom to the top. And you can get a little bit of that joy by helping us out and knowing that you're doing a lot of good for somebody. So I'm going to shut up now. Union County Trio.
All right, thank you, Larry. Thanks to Brent and Mars, too. We got to get that in there. Mars House rocks. This is a song that's been passed down since the 1700s, legend says. Dan, is that when you started writing it?
You remember that, right?
Started then. Cuckoo, she's a pretty bird. She warbles as she flies. She never cries cuckoo till the 4th day of July. Gonna build you a log cabin on a mountain so high, so I can see Willie as he goes by. Yeah, the cuckoo, she's a pretty bird. She warbles and she flies. She never cries cuckoo See, I played cards in England, and I played cards in Spain, and I bet you $10 that I beat you next game. Jack of diamonds, Jack of diamonds. Well, I knew you of old. You robbed my poor pockets of my silver and my gold. Yeah, yeah, the cuckoo, she's a pretty girl. She warbles and she flies. She never cries cuckoo till the 4th day of July. See, my horses ain't hungry, and they won't eat their hay. I'm gonna take them a little farther, and I'll feed them on their way. Oh, the cuckoo, she's a pretty bird, and I wish she were mine. She never drinks water. She only drinks wine. Yeah, yeah, the cuckoo, she's a pretty girl. She warbles and she flies. She never cries cuckoo till the 4th day of July. She never cries cuckoo till the 4th day of July.
Thank you.
Been a rough year, this 2020. I've seen a lot of memes on what it would look like if it. But we lost one of the greatest songwriters of our generation, Mr.
John Prine.
John Prine. Yeah, hell, I don't even know his name. Oh, I better check this.
Yeah, check that thing.
It was a sad day.
He roll over in his grave here now, too.
We're going to do one of our favorite songs of his.
I hate capos.
Rick hates capos. Going on record.
When I was a child, a family traveled western Kentucky, where my parents were born. There's a backwards old shack that is always remembered so many times that my memories are born. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay. Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train is on it ain't well. Sometimes we would travel right down the Green River to abandoned old prison down by Hayfield Hill, where the air smelled like snakes. We'd shoot with our pistols, but empty pop bottles is all we could kill. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's gold train was holiday week. Where the coal company came with the world's largest shovel, tortured the timber and it stripped all the land. And they dug for the coal till the land was forsaken, wrote it all down as the progress of man. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's gold train is holiday week. When I died up my ashes, go down the Green River, so on up to Rochester Dam. Be halfway to heaven on paradise wings, 5 miles away from wherever I am. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late for asking. Mr. Peabody's gold train is holiday week. Mr. Peabody's coal train has holiday week.
One more. Oh, I got 2 copies, didn't I? Oh, we're gonna combine this.
My phone was ringing 2 songs ago, but it was in the same key as the song, so it kind of worked out.
Phone solo.
It was my daughter, and it's her ringtone, so yeah, it happened to be an A minor. So. Yeah, that was kind of a neat coincidence. I'll call her later and tell her that she was right on. We're going to we like to do our versions of just songs that we like, and so we're going to do some stuff from the 80s. Believe it or not. Not exactly my favorite musical time, but anyway. It's my own remorse. Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants wants to rule the. There's a room where the light won't find you, holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. I'm so glad we almost made it. So sad they had to fade it. Everybody wants to rule the world. All for freedom and for pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the. Say that you'll never, 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 never leave me. Why hate life while we live it? Everybody wants to rule the world. Oh, for freedom and for pleasure, nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the world. Take it. We're going to finish up with this one.
This one goes out to all the graduates this year because we don't need no education. Mars knows. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey! Teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, we are just bricks in the wall. All in all, we are just bricks in the wall. Here we go, Mars. Here, help me out. We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey! Teacher, leave those kids alone. All in all, we are just bricks in the wall. All in all, we are just bricks in the wall.
pulling if you don't eat your meat.
Thank you guys. Thanks for allowing us to participate.
Trio, live from Mars House, tour drive for Pine Ridge, propane benefits. And I'm Corey Stroud. I'm going to be talking solo while Lash LaRue gets set up with Lash LaRue and the Hired Guns. The last performance of the evening here live from Mars House. Thank you so much to everybody who's tuning in tonight. And thank you to everyone who's made a donation towards the Propane Fund. That's why we're doing this. We're doing it because it's a lot of fun, but we're doing it. We want to help the families of the Pine Ridge Lakota Sioux Reservation keep warm in the harsh winter months. And so if you go to toydriveforpineridge.org, click the donate button, you can make a contribution towards that. This is something that Lash LaRue has been doing for several years now. He started with just the toy drive back in 2003. A few years later, it quickly became apparent to him that they need some help heating the homes. And so that's where the Propane Fund comes in. So you can make a donation at toydriveforpineridge.org towards that. Your last performance of the evening will be from Lash LaRue and the Hired Guns. There is also a benefit show happening tomorrow night. That one's going to be a live in-person at Stocks and Bonds over there at 84th and just south of Q Street. 84th just south of Q in Omaha. And that's going to jump off at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That's going to be a $10 entry. All the funds go towards the cause. You've got the Mercuries, you've got the Willards, and you've got Little Joe McCarthy. So that is another benefit show happening tomorrow. It's a giant place, plenty of room for social distancing. Mask up if you'd like, and go out and support that one as well. The Mercuries announced their retirement. Lash announced his retirement several months ago, and now he's back full force with all of his acts, and we're doing it for a great cause. So, also, Carrie Ann, who performed earlier, we have a couple of silent auction items. If you go to the Toy Drive for Pine Ridge Facebook page, a couple of silent auction items which you can bid on through tomorrow evening, just in the comment section. And Carrie Ann, who performed a little bit earlier, is not only an incredible musical artist, but she's also an incredible visual artist. This is one of the items that is available for the silent auction. Can you talk a little bit about this guitar?
Well, Larry Holloway contacted me. Like I said earlier, kind of during the lockdown, I kind of went back into painting a little bit. I hadn't been for quite a while. And he said, I have this guitar. Actually, Larry, Lash LaRue, has it. It's just been kind of sitting there waiting for repair, but he's like, I just want to gift it to you, and you can do whatever you want with it. So when I went and got it, I saw it, I don't know, and I just knew these colors needed to be a part of it because of the wood. It just was calling for it. So then we came up with the idea of me painting it and using the proceeds for this fundraiser.
It's incredible. It's artwork that is inspired by Lakota Sioux and Lakota Sioux beadwork.
Yes.
And the bison on there. This just really pops. I mean, it actually looks textured. Like it looks like if you were to run your hand on it, like you're going to feel tiles. What did you do this with? What did you use for it?
I just use oil-based Sharpies, which is kind of my normal medium for guitars because they're you don't have to do any prep work. You can just put them on anything and they stick. So that's kind of been my go-to for guitar surfaces. And these colors were perfect for it because it's kind of a limited set of colors, but it works great for this one.
So there it is. It's a vintage parlor guitar, and the artwork is by Carrie Ann right here. And this is available to you. You can make a bid for it on the silent auction on the Toy Drive for Pine Ridge Facebook page. There is another incredible item on there that you can bid for. It is a sculpture. And this is done by a very good friend of Lash LaRue, Dick Warsaki. And the sculpture is called Tattoos Are Forever. Dick Warsaki, for those of you who don't know, American tattoo artist, famed American tattoo artist, a legend in the tattoo world. And he's the one that did that sculpture. And that is another item that's available for you as silent auction. You can bid in the comment section on the Toy Drive for Pine Ridge Facebook page. So check that out. That silent auction is going to be up until tomorrow evening. And we've got Lash LaRue and the Hired Guns doing a little sound check in there right now, and they're going to close out the evening. Again, I just want to say thank you so much to all the musicians who have performed tonight, including Devin and Lisa Fulton, Nate Emsick, Danny Burns, Scott Severin, Todd Partridge, Carrie Ann, Kyle Harvey, Union County Trio. I want to give a big shout out to Pat Garrett as well, who was originally scheduled to perform but couldn't be here tonight. And a big shout out to Brent, Mars, and everybody behind the scenes who's making this possible tonight. And thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your donations, and keep them coming, because Lash LaRue and the Hired Guns up here in just a few minutes. Toy drive for pineridge.org. Are they about ready to go in there?
Wait a second, Lash LaRue, you can't afford to hire.
Waiting for a thumbs up. All right, well, let's turn it over to him right now then. Here it is, live from Mars House, Toy drive for Pine Ridge Propane Drive. It's Lash LaRue and the Hired Guns.
Yeah!
Is it us? Are we on?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you again, everybody who has watched and donated. Obviously, I can't look at the list right now. We'll do some more afterwards. It won't hurt when I fall down from this bar stool. It won't hurt when I stumble in the street. It won't hurt 'cause this whiskey eases misery. But even whiskey cannot ease your hurting me. Today I had another bout with sorrow. You know, this time I almost won. If this bottle would just hold out till tomorrow, you know that I'd have sorrow on the run. It won't hurt when I fall down from this bar stool. It won't hurt when I stumble in the street. It won't hurt 'cause this whiskey eases misery. But even whiskey cannot ease your hurting me. It won't hurt when I fall down from this bar stool. It won't hurt when I stumble in the street. It won't hurt 'cause this whiskey eases misery. But even whiskey cannot ease your hurting me. The memory comes back up with each sunrise. Reach up for the bottle and find it's gone. Get out somewhere in the night, whiskey leaves me to face this cold, cold world on down. It won't hurt when I fall down from this bar stool. It won't hurt when I stumble in the street. It won't hurt 'cause this whiskey eases misery. But even whiskey cannot ease your hurting me. Yeah, even whiskey cannot ease your hurting me. Even whiskey cannot ease your hurting me. All right, thank you. Something bad happened.
Something bad happened?
Well, he's fixing that. I want to take the moment here to just thank every one of these musicians who came out Everybody who's listening and watching, donating especially. I've never done an online thing like this before. It's very weird.
It's super surprising.
It is super surprising. Here's a song off of our record. You can get that on iTunes. If you go buy that record, go buy our record, Last Lure and the Hired Guns, on iTunes, and we'll throw all that money to the propane drive too. Would you be my Caroline? We'll go off driving across the land. We'll settle down and make a stand. Would you be my Caroline? Hey little girl, let's take a ride. I wanna show you where I've been. I've got some things deep down inside, but I don't think that I can win. Now don't be afraid of what I've done, 'cause I think it's just begun. So would you be my Caroline? We'll go off driving across the land. We'll sit down and make a stand. Would you be my Caroline? Now I've got a feeling in my bones I just ain't like the rest of them. I'll snug up in their fancy homes, looking down on the working man. Now I'm gonna even up the score and leave them bleeding on the floor. So come on, be my Caroline. We'll go off driving across the land. We'll sit down and make a stand. Would you be my Caroline? Got me an old 49 Ford, an old Colt with a busted side. We'll get you a busted blade and get you spoiling for a fight. But just remember in the end, there ain't no way we're gonna win. So would you be my Caroline? We'll go on killing across the land. We'll sit down and make a stand. Would you be my Caroline? One more time. Hey, all you guys out there, give it up for Brent and Mars. Woo! Making this whole thing happen. Here home, clap too. Don't forget, toy drive for pineridge.org if you want to help out a little bit. We would appreciate it very much. It's cold and it's raining. Midnight cars roll down the street. Street light shines in the gutter, and you've gone off to sleep. I sit up smoking, wiping ashes off the bed. Think about what you told me and what I never said. I won't believe anymore. The police helicopter fly circles in the sky. And I ask myself, baby, would you believe just one more lie? I sit up smoking, wiping ashes off the bed. Think about what you told me and what I never said. I won't believe it anymore. No, I won't believe it. I won't believe anymore. I see you sleeping, our shoes on the floor. And it's so easy, baby, just to slip out the door. If you would wake up, I swear I would tell you I'm not leaving anymore. I hear sirens in the darkness till sad stories in the night. Could have been me caught red-handed. Could have been me who lost the fight. I sit up smoking, wiping ashes off the bed. Think about what you told me and what I never said. I won't believe it. I won't believe it anymore. Hey, thanks, guys. Yeah, I think we're going to do one more here. We're going to go ahead and call this night a wrap. We're going to finish this up, and then Corey and I will talk a little bit more and send y'all home with a smile on your face.
I'm smiling.
So Danny's smiling behind the mask.
I think that's a smile back there behind the drums.
Oh, what the heck? Maybe two more. It's after 9. We can do the
Crazy out
the
here.
more blues stuff. Dirty job. She's a wrecking machine when it comes to rocking. She's the queen. Call her up every Saturday night. Come on over, baby, I can hold you tight. But she lives on the 20th floor uptown. The elevator's broken down, so I climb like 5, 6, 7, 9, 8, 9 home. From the trip I'm starting to drag it on 15th floor, I'm ready to sag. I get to the top, I'm too tired to rock. Well, she called me up on the telephone. She said, come on over, lass, I'm all alone. I said, baby, don't mind it's sweet when I'm in bed with the aching feet. Well, it's been on for days, but I couldn't stay away. So I went like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more. But the trip I'm starting to drag it on the 15th floor, I'm ready to sag. I get to the top, I'm too tired to rock.
too much to wear. And I'm just getting it down. The farmer corpse dripped over the rails like mama. Back home, I'm 6'7", body fly home. From the trip I started to drag it on the 15th floor. I'm ready to sag. I get to the top, I'm too tired to ride. Yeah, I get to the top, I'm too tired to ride. I get to the top, I'm too tired to ride.
There it is, Lash LaRue and the Hired Guns out here live from Mars House with Toy Drive for Pine Ridge Propane Benefit. Thank you so much to all of the performers tonight. Remember, you can still make a donation. In fact, Lash is going to come over here and talk a little bit, but you can still make a donation at toydriveforpineridge.org. It is a donation, a monetary donation towards getting propane to help heat the homes of the families there on the Pine Ridge Lakota Sioux Reservation during the harsh winter months. So whatever you can do, step on in here, man.
It's hot in that little room.
Dude, it really is. You sounded great. You all sounded great. Thank you so much
It's
for...
all you, Lash.
Thank you so much for bringing yourself out of retirement this
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
So Lash LaRue and the Hired Guns, Toy Drive for PineRidge.org. We want to thank everybody who made a contribution today, and you can still do that. You can do that year-round, actually, on the
Do that
website.
anytime,
So,
yeah.
24/7, 365, right?
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. And we want to thank all the musicians who played tonight: Devin Fulton and Lisa Fulton, Nate Emsick, Danny Burns, Scott Severin, Todd Partridge, Carrie Ann, Kyle Harvey, Union County Trio, Lash LaRue and the Hired Guns, and we also want to give a big shout out to Pat Gehrman, who was supposed to be here tonight but wasn't able to make it. And we want to thank Brent and Mars, and we want to thank everybody who
Tom, our camera
yeah,
operator.
Tom,
Tom,
Bill,
yay.
Bill,
Our, stage manager.
and thank you for your donations. And this is not it. Tomorrow we've got more fun.
More fun tomorrow, 3 to 7 at Stocks and Bonds on 84th and Park Drive. $10 to get in, get you 3 bands. With all the thank yous, I got to thank Corey. Corey has been a huge supporter. Helps us with the radio show. Heck, Corey shows up to load the truck when we take the toys up. You know, he's all about it. So.